Zach Hansen gets there first. Nazrul Azari tries to turn his man. Kartik Raj. Kartik Raj playing on the left side today. Little tweaks in the back for Balestier Khalsa as well. Tell you about that in a short while. Back to the keeper. Yes, I was just alluding to the little change in defence here with Khalili Khalif in central defence now, Ensar Bruncevic. Here's Shime Zuzul, can't quite weave his way round. Stipe Plazibat doesn't get there. Bruncevic saw the danger. Now it's to Plazibat. Vestering decides to go back. Anumantan is sitting. He's the one that seems to be just screening a little bit more. We've also got the protection of Fabian Kwok, and that's two defensively minded midfielders, and that might just be an indication of how vulnerable they are at the moment, that they feel they need to have that extra protection. Certainly have lost a little bit of that attacking prowess in the shape of the absence of Faris Rumley, who's moved to Malaysia. They have got plenty of attacking talent, no issues there. Christian Krajcak can't quite get away from Fabian Kwok.
We hold, we don't drop, we don't drop, we don't drop. Second ball, ready. Compact, guys, compact. We hold here, we hold here.
Actually, now looking at it, might be a little bit of a different formation here for Hougang United. More on that in a short while. We've got Zaiful Nizam's goal kick. Safety first for Bruncevic. And they're having to keep a very close eye. Of course, that back line, the Balestier the Hougang back line, keeping a close eye on the likes of Shime Zuzul. They've got Shuhei Hoshino, one of the few sides that plays two up front. And that was from the smallest player on the pitch. That was pretty strong from Ahmad Shahir. Did well there. Might be able to hear some drumming, as I mentioned. Hougang Hools in attendance outside the stadium itself, trying to make their presence felt. There's Plazibat. Now Krajcak, he's done well here. Such a tricky player. Does really, really well. And with Balestier on the ball, they're pretty hard to get off it. Showing a real confidence. Has one up towards Kartik Raj. Now Ahmad Shahir. He's gone for goal, and well, can you blame him perhaps after the events of the last game? Not sure he entirely meant to do that. They've got to be careful here. They almost left themselves vulnerable. Shime Zuzul, slightly heavy touch. He's done well though. Zach Anderson does enough. They try to play out from the back. They got themselves into all kinds of trouble there. Hougang United really got to be careful. So we'll have this throw in then from Christian Krajcek. Referee just spotted a problem. Continue now. Will it be a long throw in from him? Well, no run up whatsoever. Try to get the flick on Shimez Uzul, or excuse me, Bruncevic. Two massive players there. Shuhei Yoshino's a pretty giant fella as well. Stipe Plazibat up against Ahmad Shahir. Plazibat's won that one. Here's Afik Noor. Trying to break free here. Jordan Festering. And it does appear that it's 3 at the back today. So Anu Mantan is at the back here with Zach Anderson and Anders Applin. So it is a definite change here for how Hougang have been playing earlier in this season, which is an interesting little tweak, I think, after we've talked about their poor defensive performances recently. They haven't had a clean sheet all season. The one shot so far, that was the header, of course, from Shimez Uzul.
Not too deep. Nothing to drop off too deep. Stay up, stay up, stay up.
So the wing backs, of course, Nazrul Nazari and Jordan Vestering. Can do a job there, of course, Anu Mantan. Nice little flick on by Hazwan, and of course, well worth the shot, but it's closer to the corner flag. Almost hits the corner flag, in fact. Took a little bit of a deflection. No, it didn't. It was a clean shot that was well off target. But I think it was a quick thinking there from Hazwan with a little header that prompted the shot first time, and you can't blame Shimez Uzul. Fadli Kamis. They'll get a free kick for that. Well, you can hear, I'll tell you what, the benefit of having a microphone near the bench is you can hear instructions. Don't drop too deep, was what we were hearing from the Balestier bench, presumably. So the Hougang bench, presumably. And they're keeping a fairly high line here. Oh, and that's actually an excellent save. Karolin reacted well. And he's pulled off 2 pretty good saves so far inside 13 minutes here at the Bishan Stadium. No touch on that ball. It was actually a wicked ball in, wasn't it? From Christian Krajcek. Plenty of pace on it. Not sure who Yoshino got a touch. He seems to be banging the post in frustration at whether maybe that touch wasn't good enough or whether he missed it. It's another good ball, and it's, again, a good intervention from Karolin. I'm sure he's determined to try and make up for what happened in the last game, but he's pulled off 2 excellent saves so far. Reacted well. And it's Balestier Khalsa at the moment who are creating the opportunities. That has silenced the Hools a little bit. Ahmad Shahir gets there first. Now Krajcek. Jordan Vestering should clear that. It does appear that Stipe Plazibat has got Farhan Sukipli for company up there. I think Noor and Fabian Kwok on the middle of the park. There is Fabian now. Finds a little bit of space here for Nikesh. Jordan Vestering. That has just gone out of play for a corner. Better from Hougang United. Interesting to see that Hazwan is on the right side today. For Balestier Khalsa. Well, that's a bit of a wasted corner, really. Again, you may just be able to hear Zach Anderson say, not too deep and a bit high. They want to maintain this high line. Now, something we noticed in other matches that they have been caught out with this high line earlier in the campaign. Haven't seen much of Shuhei Hoshino in these early stages. Perhaps maybe got a little touch on that cross earlier. Former Albrecht Nagata man who was the top scorer in 2018. Now returned to Singapore football. Forward by Ahmad Shahir. Zuzu couldn't quite control it. Little push on Krychek by Nikesh. Has one waiting to take this. Now the last free kick caused problems on the other side. That was from Krychek, whipped in. Nice shape in it, but it's defended pretty well by Anders Aplin. Has one, trying to force his way through all those players. Throw that looked to have maybe just come on Fabian. He's been tasked to keep an eye on Shimez Uzul and does well there. Now will Krychek do another long throw in? He's wiping his hands, so presumably yes is the answer to that question. And with a little bit more of a run up here. It's all in the arms for him. But it's not flat, it's just got plenty of air on it, and that makes it very difficult, sometimes tricky. They get it away. Here's Farhan. Forward by Nazrul. He was trying to find Stipe Plazi, but not a great clearance by Khalili Khalif. Quickly taken. Ahmad Shahir, a close eye on Stipe Plazi, but that is David and Goliath, that one. Look at the difference in size between the two players. Nikesh, now Krychek. Forward by Fadli, looking for Hoshino. Given away. Here's Plazibat. Jordan Vestering looks up. He sees a late run in from Stipe Plazibat. It's going to be a better cross than that, though. Too easy for Zaiful Nizam, who's quickly spotted a little bit of space. He was trying to make things difficult. Found Shime Zuzul. Great distribution from Zaiful, who gets a little thumbs up, by the way, from Shime Zuzul. Possession just traded there very quickly. Here's Afik. A few challenges flying in, no fouls. Ahmad Shahir. Now Kartik. Zuzul. Oh, he's so good. For a big man, he's very quick with his feet. Wins a corner. Excellent work from Shime Zuzul. Once again, they face yet another set piece. Hougang United taken short this time. Has one. Oh, he's taken a slightly heavy touch. You can see what the idea was. It's a good challenge, by the way. Oh, well, I got to say, I thought he got the ball. Didn't see too much wrong with that from Arish, but no complaints from him. Could have been a challenge there from Farhan, nothing by the referee. I thought he got the ball. Referee felt otherwise. Right now, if you've just joined us, we're almost halfway through the first 45, and whilst there are no goals, it is Balestier Khalsa who are dominating proceedings here. I did say there was another game going on in the SPL tonight. Tampines Rovers up against Alliance City Sailors. Got a lot of people talking. It is goalless in that game as well. Here's Aplin. At the moment, Hougang are looking a little toothless. They haven't created anything really in terms of attacking moves, opportunities. What I will say is, whilst they've had a little bit of pressure from Balestier Khalsa, they've been relatively tight at the back. Haven't looked too loose. A couple of good saves from the goalkeeper, Khairul Khalid, after what happened last time round. I think he's certainly redeemed himself in many ways. But they need the goals here, Hougang.
Don't drop off! Don't drop off!
Kartik really annoyed with that. Well, there's a bit of arguing at the back, by the way, in that back line. And Hougang need to cut that out. They've got to focus on the common cause here instead of fighting amongst themselves. It's not a great ball in from Aplin. Looks frustrated with himself. And you've got Zach Anderson barking out instructions about shape and all that kind of thing. So what you've got three at the back, and then you've got Faber and Kwok just in front of that three, just to give them that extra protection. And, you can understand, I suppose, why they're taking such precautions. Brincevic with a little shove on Stipe. Marko Kraljevic not happy with that decision. Afik with the free kick up towards Zach Anderson, but Shime Zuzul does his defensive duties. The flag had gone up anyway. Those are the Hougang Ghouls, there we are. 6 of them, maybe a 7th as well. Great to see them here, but they're not really getting much from their team at the moment.
Got to move, guys. Ask for it.
Here's Afik. Now Zuzul, oh, and he was trying to play that into Shuhei Hoshino. Jordan Vestring's trying to storm forward here. He's done well. Now Plazibat. Back with Vestring. Farhan. Oh, that was right in front of the referee. Not sure that was as bad as his referee thought it was. Again, Bruncevic. It's just got that counted against him. Hard to tell from there. Right in front of the referee though. Here's Anumanthan. Vestring will go back to Anderson. Anders Applin. Kartik Raj needed to do better. Here's Nikesh. It is failing for them in that final third, and that's very good from Christian Krajcek, who does the hard part really well and then gives the ball away. Afik distributing well. Looking for Nazrul Nazari. Probably the highest up the pitch we've seen him so far. Not a great challenge. Ahmad Shahir. Kartik, well, maybe it was Kartik that he's going against. Kartik was angry earlier. He's got to just keep his calm. I think the people were shouting at Kartik not to react too much to this. Yeah, I think it was more Kartik, wasn't it, flying in. Now, he might just have to be a little careful here. So, free kick for Hougang via Afik Noor. Needed to be a much better free kick than that. It's very disappointing at the moment. I've got to say, this is quite flat from Hougang. Both these sides played on the weekend. But you don't see Balestier looking particularly tired, though, to be fair to Hougang, they have had AFC exertions as well. Zuzul gets a touch on it. Now Hoshino just gone out of play. Here's Afik, nice little touch on for him to Farhan Zulkifli, who looks up. He's only got Shipe Plazibat, but now he goes to the back of the box to Jordan Vestering. Oh, that looked like it was a decent shot, wasn't it? That's their first real effort. Vestering scored recently against Young Lions with a cracking grass cutter. This looks something similar. Kept it low, that's always the important part, isn't it? They have got a corner out of it. Best we've seen so far from Hougang United in this game. Referee just wants to sort a few things out in the box before we continue. Well, that might have been just creeping in, and a save required from Zaiful Nizam. Well, that would have been something, wouldn't it? A goal from the corner, direct. Vestering again. Gone for the far post this time. Applin, it was coming too hard at him. Just under 15 minutes till the end of this first half with no goals here at Bishan Stadium between Balestier Khalsa and Hougang United. Zaiful Nizam by far the quieter of the two goalkeepers. Hasn't really had that much to do. A couple of saves now, but neither one of them particularly testing ones. Here's Krychek. Bruncevic plays it forward. Now Afik. Here's Nikish. Bruncevic to Krychek. It's not difficult for them, is it? Balestier Khalsa, they're not getting outfoxed in that midfield or in that final third. All a little bit easier at the moment for them. Applin on this right-hand side, on the right of that back three. Fabian Kwok goes down the line, tries to get that to Farhan Zulkifli, a little too much on it. No goal still at our Tampines hub between Tampines Rovers and Lion City Sailors. No foul, by the way, on Shuhei Hoshino by Zach Anderson. Plazibat. A little bit of luck there for Plazibat. Once again, they just failed to hold on to possession. Can they keep it this time? Plazibat. Oh, he's in a bit of space here. How on earth did he find himself in so much space, Nikesh? Still alive here for Hougang. A good save from Zaiful Nizam, and that's been their best chance by far in this first half for Hougang. I don't think he quite believed that he had that much time. But no one picked him up. Great spot there from Stipe Plazibat. On the turn, I think he did pretty much as he could on the turn, but it was at the near post. It's a save you expect Zaiful Nizam to make, but this is a little bit better from Hougang. Some encouraging signs in the last 5 minutes for the visitors. I might just prompt a bit of noise now from the supporters again, who've gone a little bit quiet. Ahmad Shahir to the ball first. Anu first to the ball. Slightly more encouraging for Hougang. A little bit of a miss kick there. A little bit clumsy, but got enough for the ball there. Bruncevic on Farhan. Given away again. Cheaply. Space here for Afik. Afik thought about shooting. Here's Jordan Vestering. Not too many blue shirts in the box. Has to go back. Now Aplin. Aplin just changed, by the way, with Anu Mandan. He's gone onto the left-hand side. Anu to the right. Little tweak for Hougang. Now Anu Mandan. Nice ball into the path of Farhan, who couldn't quite control it. Quick feed from Shimez Uzul, who felt he was fouled, and Marko Kraljevic is going very unhappy off the sideline just now. Here's Farhan. He's getting a lot of attention from Ensar Bruncevic. Nazrul, very nicely done by Nazrul Nazari. Can he put a good cross in? He cuts inside the box. Was that the right option? Fabian Kwok. This is a very good sustained bit of pressure here from Hougang. Afik. Can they do something with it though? Stipe Plazibat. Oh, Nazrul. That's a low ball into the box. It's been a good little spell here for Hougang United. It's taken them a long time to get going, hasn't it? They want to capitalise on this momentum. Anderson, oh, excuse me, Aplin. Fabian Kwok has to go back. Now they're just beginning to press a little bit more here, and that gives them the free kick. Good work here from Balestier Khalsa. Krajcek, lovely work from Krajcek. He's got Hoshino if he wants. He goes for goal himself. Can they finish on the rebound? Yes, they can. Shimez Uzul. Brilliant counter-attack from Balestier Khalsa. Now, if you want to look again, Karolin Khalid, he could only push it into the path of Shimez Uzul. The big man delivers once again. And it was a fantastic little counter. And you've got to give a lot of credit to the little shimmy from Christian Krajcek. Great work there from Balestier Khalsa. And after, what probably is going to hurt Hougang a lot is that came after a really good spell for them of about almost 10 minutes. Balestier went up the other end and scored. But that is a sign of a team that's playing in decent form at the moment. Things are going their way. Sometimes, unfortunately, how the cookie crumbles. Stipe Plazibat gets the corner. Will be a goal kick. And that, by the way, is the first goal of the season for Shimez Uzul after 4 games. They'll be happy, very happy to get off the mark. Very cool finish. There was a lot going on around him. Karolin put the ball in his path, pulling off the save from Shuhei Hoshino. Oh, excuse me, from Krajcek, in fact, who took the shot. I'm sure there will be some who will be quick to point the finger back at the keeper, who I think had a pretty good game until then. And sometimes it's easy to say, well, you've got to put it out away from the play, but difficult when you're in that position sometimes to turn the ball away. Way too much on that for Stipe Plazibat.
Baseball. Hold. Hold.
Here's Anumantan. Carried it up towards Farhan, but it will be Khalil who gets there first. Here's Nikish. Now Vestering. He's had some joy on that left-hand side, hasn't he? Fabian Kwok to Anumantan. Afik Noor. They've got numbers now, Balestier. They're pretty organised. And remember, by the way, they got that goal after pressing really well. They were up against it and they suddenly started pushing forward and won the ball back. Nice little shimmy from Christian Krajcek. Then the shot palmed away into the path, perfectly almost, for Shimez Uzul. Just heard Salim Moin there. Handball by Fabian Kwok. That is going to elicit the first card. There's a foul as well to boot on Krajcek. And it is Fabian Kwok that goes into the book first. .31 yesterday, Fabian. Yeah, I think it was just a slightly raised leg. It's been a lot of free kicks in these sort of areas, a lot of dead ball situations that Hougang have had to face. Hazwan, that's not a name we've said much at all in this game. He was excellent against Young Lions. Hasn't really seen much of the ball. Well, that was late, and that really should get a yellow card, surely. That kind of challenge, that was silly and unnecessary, really, from Hazwan. No doubt about that yellow card. A couple of minutes to go in this first half. We'll take one final look at the score in the other game between Tampines Rovers and Lion City Sailors, and none to report at the moment. It is Balestier Khalsa who have got the only goal of the night. And by the way, a win here for Balestier puts them top of the table, at least for tonight. Anu went straight in for that. Shino, to his credit, just got up quickly. Now, referee having a quick word. Well, he's given it to Hougang, much to the annoyance of Balestier Khalsa. But now everyone's just switched off. There was a bit of confusion there. They've got overload. Needed to be a better ball there from Hoshino. Kartik Raj had to run wide. Danger not over though. Nikesh does enough to put off Christian Krajcek, but that was a comedy of errors that almost cost Hougang in the end. Ball is alive here. Hoshino, the flag stayed down for the header. Straight at Karolin. Well, they've got to keep their focus here, Hougang. And that would needed to be a better ball as well to Kartik Raj.
He blocks the path.
Well, you might have just heard there. They're upset about the free kick, about the ball being blocked. Blatant. Oh, it's a good ball in. Nazrul Nazari put that back into play rather than perhaps going for goal. Difficult on the volley. But how was he not picked up at the far post? 1 minute at a time. Things getting very interesting. The flag has stayed down. Shime Zuzul will not get there ahead of Karolin, who spotted the danger well. Was there a foul? Farhan goes down. Now they feel there could be a penalty there, but none given. Eventful first half, in which Balestier Khalsa have dominated much of it, at least for the first almost half an hour. Hougang really had nothing to show. A couple of important saves from Karolin Khalid in the Hougang goal, and then it finally sparked Hougang into life, and it was his opposite number, Zaiful Nizamur, to make a couple of saves. Nothing spectacular. There are some of your statistics of Balestier clearly dominating proceedings at the moment, and that is also reflected in the scoreline when they got a goal through Shime Zuzul after a counter-attack, superbly orchestrated. The shot from Christian Krajcek was palmed into the path of Shime Zuzul by Karolin Khalid, and he duly put that away. It's been the only goal of the game so far. It's been a very interesting one. And Balestier Khalsa continue their good form in this game. And at halftime, they go into the break, a goal up. And here at Bishan Stadium, the score is Balestier 1, Hougang United 0.
This benefit rewards me when I purchase healthy food items. To challenge myself and to stay active, I join a gym where I enjoy discounted rates and continue to earn AIA vitality points for my daily workouts. Bonus cash
between Balestier Khalsa and Hougang United. Balestier have pretty much controlled proceedings, and as a result have that goal from Shime Zuzul towards the end of the first half. Hougang, I'm afraid, have been pretty ordinary, apart from maybe a 10-minute spell midway through that first half. And they have reacted by making a change here. It's an attacking change with Shafiq Ghani coming on for Nikesh Singh, another birthday boy, 28 today, and I'm sure he'll be hoping to celebrate in style if he can. Two birthday boys on the pitch for Hougang in Shafiq Ghani and Fabian Kwok. Oh, again, done really well by Shime Zuzul. He's up against Jordan Vestring here. Shime Zuzul's done really well. Needed to have a better ball than that. Christian Krajcek and Shuhei Yoshida were waiting for delivery. Did all the hard bits so well. Here is Hoshino. Krajcek trying to play the quick ball in. Here's Kartik. Still maintaining 3 at the back here. Hougang United, and they've still conceded yet another goal, haven't they? Talked earlier. I did mention that there's really been a poor time defensively for this Hougang side. Farhan, now Afik. Oh, it's a lovely ball, they surely should score here. Fantastic goal, really well worked. Stipe Plazibat makes no mistake from there. And they have drawn level, perfect response here from Hougang United. And Salim Moin is off his seat now, isn't he?
Goal for Hougang United by player number 9, Stipe Plazibat.
Really nicely done. And we'll hopefully be able to see that again. Here we go. Afik, beautifully timed ball. Great run there from Nazrul. No one tracking Stipe Plazibat. Khalili caught flat-footed there. Bit of ball watching going on from Balestier at the back. And that's much better from Hougang. Can they push on from here though? That will be just the boost they need. Well, we know that they can score goals. Questions are about the back at the moment. Confirmation of your goal scorer in the very prolific Stipe Plazibat. Another look at this. It's a really nice ball played in. It's an excellent goal, really, from Hougang. Afik Noor, Nazrul Nazari, and then Stipe Plazibat. Up the other end, it is a corner here. Away by Shafiq Ghani. Too much on that, easy for Karolin. He's looking to try and release a few players. He sees Farhan.
Same yesterday.
Now, Shimez Uzul, he's done well. Kartik Raj. Christian Kracek again with the towel, so we know what to expect next. Okay, doesn't take much of a run up. Puts a bit of air on it. Looking up to Jujul to just flick that on, but it was Zach Anderson who got there first. By the way, that is Shimir Plazimat's fourth goal, and did they get in each other's way? Bruncevic and Krajcek. Just wonder whether they put each other off a little bit. Krajcek and Bruncevic.
Push up, Anu! Push up, organize first, guys!
Well, we've got a game in our hands now, haven't we? It's a perfect thing as far as the neutrals are concerned to get Hougang on the score sheet. Just gives you that balance now in the game. Bruncevic is up there, he's got Anu right on him. Now Zach Anderson moves up towards him. Again, they're looking for that long throw. Hasn't really worked yet. Shafiq Ghani taking a little bit too much time with the ball. Was a bit unnecessary from Shafiq. We are going to have a Balestier change shortly, we're hearing. More on that in a bit. Has one. Oh dear, I'm not sure who that was for. We're hearing that the Balestier change is Faisal Rafi coming on for Kartik Raj. I'm not too surprised that Kartik is being taken off. Just needed a little bit more experience perhaps. Faisal is a steely operator in the middle of the park and can get you goals as well. Moved across from Warriors, where I thought he was one of the more consistent performers for that side last year.
Substitution for Balestier Khalsa, player number 11, Kartik Raj, is replaced by player number 26, Faisal Rafi.
So confirmation of that. And now I think what that means is that Haswan will continue on his right-hand side. I thought he might just swap over. Normally Faisal Rafi operates in the middle of the park, which does seem to be the case here. A little tweak in formation. Foul from Vestering. Good delivery in the first half and a decent ball in here. Bruncevic heads well over. He's looking to be the first defender to score in 3 consecutive games. Already quite an impressive feat, really, if you can do that. First defender since Kurihiro Yamashita in 2013 to score in 3 straight games, if he can do that. Farhan. Oh, was that late from Zaiful Nizam? Farhan with his pace. Forced a challenge. Zaiful is saying he took his hands away, but it's a bemused look on his face. And that's really good pace shown by Farhan Zulkifli to win his side the penalty. And boy, is this turnaround here, potentially. He's saying I pulled back. There was definitely contact. The question was, Farhan Zulkifli looking for that. Now, a little coming together, Anders Aplin and Ensar Bruncevic shoving each other. Now, another look at this, but great pace shown by Farhan. I think he went down. I think he was going down before. The goalkeeper did try to pull out a little bit, and I think he was looking for that, but he's done it well. You gotta, this is what happens nowadays, isn't it? That any kind of contact in the box, and players are going to go down. That is just a fact of life. Stipe Plazibat rarely misses from the penalty spot. I have seen him miss. We just saw maybe a few mind games there from Zaiful Nizam. He's gone the right way, but he's hit that perfectly. Stipe Plazibat, 5 goals this season already, top scorer in the SPL. And what a turnaround this is for Hougang United in the second half. They would look dead and buried towards the end of that first half, but they are now 2-1 up. And Farhan, the reward for Farhan to win that penalty is that he is taken off. But what a player to be able to bring on, and they're much happier now, aren't they? Shawal Anwar comes on, and he's got the pace and ability to stretch the defences even more, but Farhan playing his part for Hougang United. And the problem they've got, Balestier Khalsa, they don't have too many out-and-out attackers. I think no, now they're playing with that confidence that's been lacking. Ooh, and there's some stiff challenges coming through. Shafiq Ghani and Fabian Kwok involved there. Jordan Vestering. How's that got to Stipe Plazibat? He's on a hat-trick here. Oh my word. He's completely fluffed his lines. Again, doing the hard part well, but onto his weaker right foot. Sorry, left foot, excuse me. And he's annoyed with himself because he did really well. A bit of luck here, Jordan Vestering's ball. A real mix-up at the back. And it just maybe it took a bobble, trying to give him the benefit of the doubt here. But all of a sudden, Hougang have turned on the magic. They've they've got enough attacking prowess. I said there's not much attacking prowess on the bench, but they've certainly got enough on the pitch. Balestier Khalsa. You may recall a few seasons ago, they didn't have a single striker in their squad about 4 years ago. How times have changed. I'll tell you one person we've just not seen much of today, or two people in fact, Shuhei Yoshino to a certain extent, and certainly Hazwan Halim. There he is now, Hazwan, trying to get that to Hoshino.
Don't just leave him be.
Track the players, I think you're hearing from the Hougang side of things. They don't want to let go of this lead so quickly. Short throw this time from Christian Krajcek. Nice turn from Arish, but it will be. Oh, I thought that should be a goal kick. I thought that came off Arish last.
Hey, tight guys, man-to-man block.
Well, won't be able to get to that yet because we're having that corner quickly taken. Oh dear, that is a poor corner from someone with Christian Krajcek's ability. Shawal could be a very difficult player to be up against.
Come inside.
Now Hoshino.
Force him back, force him back.
Krajcek. Far too much on that ball.
One.
Well, their ranks have been swelled. Now 15 Hougang Hulls there. Maybe they'll say we are the lucky charm, helping you to turn things around. But a lot of football still left in this game. Shafet Ghani. Zach Anderson to Anu Mantan. It'll be interesting to see if they maintain this three at the back into the next game. That's quite the cross from Nazrul. He's gone for goal here. Or was he trying to get that up to Shawal? It would have been offside anyway.
Play advantage, referee. This referee has no clue, man. This referee has no clue about football.
Well, we're hearing Hougang complaining about the refereeing. It's Lim Liang Yi.
When the ball is there, ready to switch, you got to be there. Got to get it, John.
Here's Anu.
Don't hide, John.
Jordan Vestering shot a bit too much of the ball. Now Krajcek. Away by Anderson. Here's Ahmad Shahir. He's gone for goal here. Ahmad Shahir! Oh! Has that gone in? Now it does! From Shuhei Hoshino. It all started from the shot from Ahmad Shahir. Did Caroline Khalid once again get a little caught out there? Everyone just seemed to ball watch. Shuhei Hoshino was there first. And it's all level once again in this goal fest here at Bishan Stadium. The Japanese, the first to react. His second goal of the campaign. We did say there was enough firepower on the pitch for Balestier Khalsa. What an attempt here from Ahmad Shahir with his left foot. Again, misjudged, you got to say, by Karolin. And no one near Shuhei Hoshino. Well, you don't want to be pointing out constant mistakes from the same player, but should he be doing better there, Karolin Khalid? Two errors again from him. Less blatant than perhaps in the previous game, but questions to be asked again of Karolin Khalid's goalkeeping, I'm afraid. He's had a couple of good saves today. Let's not take that away from him. But his judgment on both, not great. Let's not take credit away from the shot. It was a good shot from Ahmad Shahir. Here's Shimei Zuzol, he's got space here. Oh, and that is not good enough from someone of Shimei Zuzol's ability. He wants to be keeping that on target. Jufri Taha comes on for Fadli Khamis. This is, we saw Jufri come on in the last game. Taking his time, Fadli Khamis. I just wonder whether Jufri, normally by trade a centre-back, could play full-back here. Now, are they playing possibly three at the back themselves? It could well be. Just keeping an eye on how they are shaping up here, Balestier Khalsa, just to give them a little bit more protection perhaps. Yeah, it does appear that they are looking at three at the back now, with Hazwan as a wing-back. Not sure that might necessarily be the best use of someone like Hazwan. They get a corner here, Hougang United. Well, perfect chance here for Hougang to try and get the lead back again. Well, it's been all action here at Bishan Stadium, and yet all the attention, of course, was given to Tampines Rovers and Lion City Sailors. And only a few minutes ago, we had the first goal in that game. Was that handball? The referee says no, and the shot is blocked from Zach Anderson. Here's Karolin, who's going to let that get into the box so he can pick it up, and Boris Kapitovic continues his scoring streak. It's 1-0 to Tampines Rovers. As far as the other title challenges are concerned, of course, they'd like Lion City to just pull it back, take some points off Tampines if they can. Still plenty of time in that game and this one. Here is that chance, or here's the scramble afterwards. Nice touch on there from Christian Krajcek. Here's Arish. Now Shimei Zuzul. And Zaplin gets in the way. Shafik Ghani. Fabian Kwok looking for Stipe Plazibat. Good play from Fabian, up to Shawal. Scored in that last game, remember, against Gelang. Shafiq Ghani. They've managed to keep that in, not a corner. There will be another change, and they too have got firepower on the bench. Hougang. And it is going to be Sahil Suhaimi who comes on for Afiq Noor. Their final change here. Well, that potentially would be a front line if they're going to play 3 up front. Not sure they're going to do that. 3-4-3 is the way they could go. Christian Krajcek's ridden one challenge. Shime Zuzul again. Frustration for him.
Substitution for Hougang United, player number 4, Afiq Noor, is replaced by player number 3, Sahil Suhaimi.
So Sahil comes on. More firepower for Hougang United. Is he going to play with the 3? Is it a 3-4-3? I think it is going to be that, with Fabian Kwok and Shafiq Ghani in the middle. That's interesting for Shafiq Ghani as well to be in that sort of role. That's the way it's going to be played out now. You have to take a few more gambles, you feel. Was there a foul on Anders Aplin? So Fabian and Shafiq now in the middle of the park. It's these 11 players now they've got to try and deliver for Hougang, where Balestier Khalsa themselves will be looking to get a winner. 20 odd minutes, including some added time here. I'm not sure what he was thinking there, Jordan Vestering. Well, by the way, Edsa Bruncevic has gone down. He's saying there was an elbow. Just gesticulating to the referee that might be an elbow in there. Didn't see it myself. We're just checking to see if there might be some evidence of that. Well, there was contact. I don't think from Shawa. I don't think it's fair to say there was an elbow. Well, he's up right now, Bruncevic. Tell you what, they keep playing like this, Balestier Khalsa, and they are looking like the dark horses. Could they be the Hougang of 2020? Remember. Well, he's got a bump on his face, big bump on his cheekbone from the contact. Not an elbow, by the way, just want to clarify that. And they're just checking on him now. Want to make sure that he's okay. That's going to be pretty nasty tomorrow morning. It's already looking pretty nasty now. Yeah, just going back to my point about Balestier. Remember, Hougang finished bottom in 2018, and then they were the surprise package. Surprise in the sense that when you go from bottom to nearly top, but they spent a lot of money. Balestier Khalsa haven't quite spent the same kind of money, but they are impressing. Well, you can see the bump. It's a huge one, isn't it, on his left cheekbone. It's a massive one on his cheekbone. And they want to get him on sooner rather than later. They're just making sure they get the medical checks in. It's absolutely massive, by the way. The action's going on right now, so we can't show it to you. But if you have another look at him from front on, it does not look good, I have to say. Unfortunately, it's on the other side of our camera. But the fact it's got 3 or 4 people around him suggests it's pretty bad. But he wants to get back on the pitch. Oh, there you go. Oh, that doesn't look good, does it, at all? Oh. He's got 12 rounds with Tyson Fury. And he's still got about 15 minutes or so. Are we going to get a winner in this game? Away by Vestering. Here's Zuzul. Hazwan is pretty much playing up there with Zuzul and Hoshino. Faisal Rafi, not sure what the thinking was there. Just puts up his hand in apology. A risk here from Zaiful Nizam's got away with that one. He had pressure from Shawal Anwar. And, well, he was waiting for any kind of contact there, wasn't he? Jufri Taha. Here is Sahil. Again, they're trying that ball over the top, and of course Shawal's got the pace, but doesn't get to it. Even Christian Krajcek is pushing right up here. This is how much they're going for it. One back by Faisal. Now Hoshino. He's got Shafigani right on him. Jufri Taha. That's straight to Anu. Not a good ball from Jufri. Fabian Kwok does well. Ball over the top towards Stipe Plazibat. Great ball, in fact. Hasn't got too much support yet. Now Sahil. He sees Fabian. Vestering. Trying to force them back here. Hoshino's done well with the pressing. That's exactly what Marko Kralovic would want. I'll tell you what, he's a brave man, Karolin Khalid. Nazrul Nazari, closed down. Oh, that ball went out to play anyway. Taken quickly. Oh, the referee. Oh my word. The referee actually meant to point the other way. That's just, because I did think it was a Hougang throw in, then he went towards Balestier. It's just causing frustration. Some of his signals, some of his decision making. Faisal Rafi, now Christian Krajcek. Hazwan looks up. Oh dear, not great. That's a corner. Jordan Vestering did not mean to do that. Still have one more substitution to make if they want. Bruncovic really going for that third goal, isn't he? In a row. Into the final 10 minutes or so. Just a quick head over to our Tampines sub, and Tampines Rovers are 2 goals up now. Mehmedovic has got the second. And they are looking good against Line City Sailors. Look at the pace here from Nazrul Nazari. He's got to hit that first time. So it's not a great shot, he scuffed it. That was a good opportunity for Hougang. Here's Sahil again. Poor ball from him. Faisal Rafi. Krychek. He's got Anu right on him. Ball still in play. Here's Shawal. Well, it's good to see that both teams are really going for it here. They both won the winner. No foul. Ahmad Shahir, who played an integral part in that second goal. Really well done. Haswan's gone for goal. That's his, I think that's his first attempt tonight. Why not? Why not go for it? There's Arish up to Hoshino. Flag's gone up. Foul throw, I think. That's not a good time to be doing a foul throw. Hoshino, there's an overlap here. Can they finish off? Oh, so close. Krychek misses by inches. He had the whole goal to aim at. There's a lovely ball into his path. And that is a fantastic chance not taken. Quick thinking here by Haswan. Hoshino did the right thing. Plenty of space here. And maybe Anumanthan did just enough. Well, I'm not sure they're going to get another opportunity quite like that one. Frustration as far as Balestier Khalsa are concerned. Really nicely done by Stipe Plazibat. Bruncovic will go down the line to Krychek. Shafiq Ghani. Can't take your eyes off this game. Really absorbing contest here at Bishan Stadium. Nazrul Nazari. Sahil chests that down for Shafiq Ghani. Is he going for goal? Has he got a little deflection? No, it is going to be a goal kick. Well, Balestier have found it much tougher going in the second half. That's a credit to Hougang United, who started the second half much, much better. And they've managed to add on more attacking intent. Not just from personnel, but the way they approach play. Sahil. Now Vestering. Fabian. Flag just going up. That was a tough call. Offside is the shout. Could be one more change to make here for Balestier Khalsa. Yeah, it was the chance from Shower, but it was offside anyway. Get the impression there's still another goal in this. Forward by Shafegani to Stipe Plazibat. Still Plazibat. Drags her back. There's no one on the end of it, of course, and he's frustrated about that. I think Arish Kumar is about to get taken off here. Offside is the call, and a change to be made.
Substitution for Balestier Khalsa player 6 Arish Kumar.
It is Arish Kumar, indeed. Azizi Rahman is the man coming on. He's frustrated, isn't he? Marko Kraljevic feels a few decisions have just not gone his way this year. This game, sorry. Excuse me. Again, it's just petering out here. Azizi Rahman, by the way, 19-year-old from the Balestier youth team. Bit of experience for him, the young man. Oh, that's fallen nicely to Zuzul. Really has not much to play with from there. Fabian Kwok, again, overhit that. We were talking about this defence, weren't we? This Hougang United defence, you'll still have to ask. 58 goals scored, but 45 goals conceded last season. 20 more than DPMM, who won it. 16 more than Tampines. Oh, and that just ran away from Zuzul. Even young Lions, who generally seen as the whipping boys of the SPL, conceded 7 less last year. And I think that was an important touch from Anderson in the end. Dead centre, this free kick from Hazwan into the final minute of play. Oh, Bruncevic didn't get anything on that. Interesting that there has been 3 minutes, we're being told. No space for Hafiz Sujad today in Hougang United's lineup. Finding it hard to break through with Jordan Vestering on that left back or left wing back role. He's playing pretty well. Salim Moin in charge today in the absence of Clement. He'll be here for personal reasons, and slight uptick in form here that they've broken this losing streak of the club. Gets a tricky side. Can't quite keep that in. Shaul Anwar. Here's Hazwan. Now, into added time already. Lovely crossfield ball to Christian Krychek. Slips off, tries to find Shuhei Hoshino. Faisal Rafi. Foul by Shafiq Ghani. Last year, Hougang won all 3 of their meetings. Here's Hazwan. Did that first time, away by Applin. And he's gone for goal here. Azizi. Balestier looking to get 2 straight wins in a row since August 2018. Incredible if you think about it, that they haven't been able to do that since then. But they are fast running out of time to do so. Just about a minute or so left. There's that contact. Faisal Rafi gets up quickly. Sahil. And Marko Kraljevic is furious that the game wasn't stopped. Nazrul up to Plazibat. Lovely pass from Plazibat to Nazrul. Still Nazrul. Was there a foul on him? Free kick. And this probably is going to be the last opportunity of this game. Now I think there's going to be a sanction against Marko Kraljevic. He was having a bit of a go at the referees for not stopping the game earlier. Marko gets a yellow card. Well, we've seen Stipe Plazibat score last-second free kick winners. Seen it in the AFC Cup for Home United previously. Shafiq Ghani is also standing over it, as is Sahil Suhaimi. It's pretty much dead centre as well. Oh, what a chance here to end things dramatically. Shafiq Ghani, the birthday boy! That's a great save from Saiful Nizam. Still a corner to negotiate. Well, that would have been a brilliant present for him. Looking on pensively, great save as well from Saiful Nizam. And that should be it here. Well, it's been a great game, hasn't it, of football at the Bishan Stadium. A first half which Balestier Khalsa dominated. They were rewarded with a goal by their big man, Shimei Zuzul. Fantastic fight back right at the start of the second half from Hougang. They look to have turned things around from Stipe Plazibat. 2 goals in just a few minutes, a second a penalty. And then, I'm afraid, perhaps another judgment of error from Karolin Khalid from the shot off Ahmad Shahir that allowed Shuhei Hoshino to steal in and score the equaliser. It's been great fun, and the final score in the Bishan Stadium is Balestier Khalsa 2, Hougang United 2. to Bishan Stadium for what's been an excellent SPL match between Balestier Khalsa and Hougang United. There are your stats for you. Hougang improved in the second half, as you can clearly see, but Balestier had far more opportunities overall, and will maybe feel that perhaps towards the end they could have stolen this game. Let's head down to pitch side and hear from Balestier's captain, Khairul Nizam.
Okay, Zaiful, 2-2, led in the first half, and then came back. They came back to, and you have to. They came back, and you have to go in search of an equalizer. So, overall thoughts on the game?
I feel, we can do better. In terms of finishing, I think first half we got a lot of chances, even second half also. Yeah, but I think overall, if the score becomes 2-2, then you draw the game, I think most probably it's fair result, But we know we can win, But we cannot ask more than that, After we leading, then 1-1, then they leading, then we come back. I think this is the best that we can get, Yeah.
So, for this team, for this season, okay, it's actually quite different because you made some new signings. How do you rate the team between this year and last year's team?
Okay, for this year we are we got names in our attacking, like in terms of last year only like Zuzu up front and Azwan. So this year is a bit we try to put a target on us. We want to win and achieve something, be it top 3 or maybe we want to get the cup. That's why the club bring in some few good names, and change overall the team that the team want to work and win something, for this season.
So now you go into a break, and then how important is it for you to go into a break with the number of points you have, 5 points?
Getting 5 points in the first 3 games or first 4 games doesn't make you don't become champion at the end of the day, So it's a good thing for us, So we know we still are not there, and we still need to work, So if we want to achieve something, we want to go climb high in the table, we need to work as a team, There's no one-man show in the team. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Zaiful. All the best for the rest of the season.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, he had a smile on his face, didn't he, Zaiful Nizam? But he was right. Let's not get carried away. This has been quite good from Balestier Khalsa. A decent start to the season, but 5 points from 4 games isn't championship form, really, is it? Though they have put in some pretty good performances, and he should be fairly happy with that. But perhaps it's the other side, Hougang United. So many expectations, especially how they played last year, and that they have fallen short. Let's now hear from the Hougang side of things with Fabian Kwok.
Is it a good result? Is it a fair result?
I don't think it's a fair result. I think we played much better football. 2 very unfortunate goals again, like we did in the last game. So I think 2-2, we should have won it. Yeah.
So now you snap a losing run. So how important it is to do this before the break?
I think the break is going to give us some time to regroup. Train harder, get in some hard work, and we will come back fighting. And at least with 1 point, we still stick with the pack on top. So there's a long way to go, a lot more games to come. I think 1 point is better than none.
Okay. Thank you very much. All the best for the rest of the season.
Well, I've got to say that Fabian Kwok saw that quite differently from our vantage point. But of course, everyone has their own perspective. Disappointing as far as Hougang are concerned, that they have not been able to do better at the start of the season. Let's have a look at the second half goals, where we had the bulk of the action. As the players just look back at what was a fantastic entertainment and a great comeback here from Hougang. Afik Noor with the ball in to Nazrul Nazari, then Stipe Plazibat who put it away, and this penalty as well. And at that point they looked in good shape. Ahmad Shai then with this great shot that perhaps deceived Khairul Khalid and Shuhei Yoshino stealing in to get the equaliser. And that brings us to the end of this game. Great entertainment here at Bishan Stadium. From all of us at this venue, thanks a lot for joining us. We'll see you again very soon.